Hi guys, welcome to RAE'S Reactions. So today's reaction is going to be for a film I've been waiting for ages and ages and ages. It's the new 8th installment of the Saw franchise, and I'm a big fan of the Saw films. I think out of all the horror genre movies that have come about in the last decade or so, this franchise of films have sort of, for me personally, been one of the best. And although there's a lot of reservations from people about how the franchise has been, you know, stretched out beyond all recognition, and it should never have, you know, exceeded to 7 movies, let alone an 8th now. Personally, I can't wait. And the reason I say that is, as each one of these movies have been made, I think personally they've put so much effort and so much attention to detail into the movies, and I don't mean in terms of the traps, I mean even down to the most obscure things that some people wouldn't even recognise unless, like me, you watch a lot of movies with commentary on top, you know, where I've watched the film so many times that I'm intrigued as to how they made it, and little things that you notice in the films that really do stand out and are questionable. And by that I mean even to the cast. And some of the Saw movies have even used the same actors to come back for the next installment of the franchise, even as just stand-ins, little scenes where they'll just, if there's a flashback scene to a previous movie and they're referencing to you know, part of the mythology behind the series regarding Jigsaw and his accomplices, you'll see an actor that's appeared in the previous film but only be in the next one for a few seconds. But it's that attention to detail, it's that creativity which really for me, I say increases the value of not only the you know, the script and the story, but the continuation of the films themselves. Anyway, I'm rambling on like a madman. So, but this movie is called Jigsaw. It's not Saw 8. It's Jigsaw. And I've been waiting to watch this trailer all day. So here we go.
Now the game's simple. The best ones are. You want mercy? Play by the rules.
Any identification on the victim?
Puzzle piece.
But Jigsaw has been dead for 10 years.
It's not him. Can't be.
This was on the body.
The truth will set you free.
Help!
I'm chasing a dead man.
Just running scared.
It's the copycat.
Each place we go, so afraid.
Live or die. The choice is yours.
Just running.
You know what happens if we don't follow the rules?
The blood under the fingernails of our victim, it's John Kramer's, the Jigsaw killer.
That's impossible.
Which one would you choose?
It was a game.
He was standing there.
Games can be won. It's Jigsaw.
Which one would it
No, it's not creepy at all.
very good. Very, very good. I think just from that alone, again, if you're a fan of the films like me, you sorry, that trailer is referencing a lot to the previous films. There's a lot of traps in there, very, very clever new ones, but you can see where they're going right back to the history of the original traps that Jigsaw used on Amanda, and again, if you're not aware of the movies on his other accomplices, that's not really spoiling it in terms of Amanda, because that's right from the get-go from the earlier films. But I think all that they've released in regards to this film is that it's like a decade later, which effectively, you know, it has been a few years since the last film came out, and obviously the traps are starting up again. And you know, Tobin Bell is a brilliant actor, and as John Kramer himself, despite the character and what happens to the character, again, not trying to spoil the previous films, but I'm sure if you're watching this reaction video, you've seen the Saw movies, so you know what I'm talking about. With what happens with his character, and the fact that Tobin still kept going on and keeping to the story and still staying with the movies up until the 7th, and obviously now the 8th movie. You know, he's a very, very good actor on screen, and even his voice is chilling enough that when you do hear it, you know that bad things are gonna happen. But I can't wait to watch this film. I've seen every one of the other films in the cinemas, and I'll definitely be watching this one as soon as it comes out. And again, for me, it's sort of like pinnacle. It sort of makes Halloween special in that respect, in terms of horror films. And you know, just as excited as I am to go to this year's Fright Fest in London, although it's at the end of August, come October, there's so many great films coming out this year, and there's so many true and original horror movies and concepts coming out. But to keep this one going is especially clever, because I really hope that this one does very good at the box office, and that they keep going with these movies. Again, a lot of people out there don't like the idea of there being, you know, a Saw 9 or a Saw 10, but I say keep them going. If you're going to be clever with the script and clever with the story, and you're going to keep making it as good as the previous one, then by all means keep it going. So anyway, I'm going to stop chatting and I want to thank everyone for watching this video. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers, bye.